A 3-year-long investigation in the Gambia has recommended former President Yahya Jammeh be put on trial for murder, torture and sexual violence.
Yahya Jammeh bears responsibility for the killing of both Almamo Mane and Momodou Doumbouya.
The former president seized power in 1994 and for 22 years oversaw a regime that has been accused of committing hundreds of human rights abuses. In 2017, Jammeh was forced into exile in Equatorial Guinea after losing an election to Adama Barrow. Under President Barrow, the Gambia's government set up the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission to probe allegations of Jammeh-era abuses. The panel heard from hundreds of witnesses who offer testimony about alleged human rights violations. Their stories were broadcast on radio and TV for the country to hear. The government now has 6 months to decide its next steps.
We are hoping that the government that has already given a commitment, that has made a commitment to implement the recommendations of the Commission, will make sure that free and fair trials are held. Right now, there are recommendations for prosecution, but of course, they are just recommendations, and the charges have not been proffered against anyone, so the allegations are just that, allegations.
Many at home and abroad hope to see the former president on trial, though he remains in exile. But Gambians weren't the sole targets of the regime.
Yahya Jammeh's victims include over 44 Ghanaians who were massacred. They include Nigerians, they include Senegalese. And the thinking is that if all these countries got together and helped Gambia to create a court, it would also provide the political impetus for Equatorial Guinea, where Yahya Jammeh is living.
The commission is intended to promote healing and reconciliation for victims and survivors, but Jammeh still retains considerable support in the country. The possibility of his return from exile was a key election issue earlier this month. And there are concerns his political supporters could hamper efforts to put the former leader and his associates on trial. Jammeh has yet to reply to the Commission's findings. In the past, he's promised to return to the Gambia, but he's been barely seen in the years since his exile. The report may make him question whether he would even want to. Alexander Lerche, Al Jazeera.